The Dell P2721Q is a decent monitor, but it has some critical flaws or problems you need to know before buying it. I have owned this monitor for about 9 months now, and in this video, I'm going to share my experience with you on YouTube. If you watch this video till the end, you can possibly avoid the mistakes I made. Hi, this is Honggwan from South Korea. Thank you for watching the video. If you have a question, you can connect with me through the comment section below. Thank you very much to my 40 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Let's talk about pros, cons, conclusion, and some other notes in that order. Pro number 1, the USB Type-C connection. Unlike many other monitors, this monitor can connect to your device through a USB Type-C cable, which means that if you have a laptop or a smartphone that supports the USB Type-C connection, you can just connect your device, for my case it was a laptop, to this monitor with ease. You don't have to buy a USB Type-C to HDMI converter to connect to this monitor, which could possibly limit the screen resolution to 1080p HD depending on the setting. On top of this monitor supports the power delivery, also known as PD, up to 65 watts via USB Type-C cable. What it means is that not only the USB Type-C cable connection to this monitor will allow you to have an extra screen real estate, but also it will charge your device at the same time. Not all monitors that were available for sale had this feature, and I like this feature because the laptop I use only had 2 USB Type-C ports, and it was going to occupy both ports if the monitor didn't provide this feature. One port for the monitor connection and the other port for keeping my laptop charged. Pro number 2, the 4K screen resolution. The 4K screen resolution on the Dell P2721Q is great. The screen has been crystal clear and I have no issues regarding the screen resolution. It has been pleasing to look at. I just needed to make sure that I set up the monitor right initially though. Otherwise, it was going to show 1080p low resolution on the screen. I wanted 4K, not 1080p. Speaking of screen resolution, you might wonder about the screen refresh rate, which determines how smoothly the screen changes in every millisecond. Well, the only computer games I still play a couple of times a year are Pokemon and StarCraft, which both first came out in late 1990s. So I cannot tell you too much about the screen refresh rate of this monitor at this moment. Both games do not demand incredibly fast screen refresh rate, unlike games like PUBG, where you might want to see where the bullets are flying. All I can say is that I had zero problem with the monitor's 4K screen resolution, and I haven't noticed any dead pixels yet. Pro number 3, the USB hub feature. This monitor has 2 USB-A ports at the bottom and 1 more at the back. So once your laptop is connected via USB Type-C cable, you can use the USB hub feature on this monitor. You can stick a USB flash drive in it and access files. You can transfer photos, videos, MP3 files, and whatever you need with it. You can also charge your devices with it. You can look at this as a gigantic USB Type-C to USB-A hub. The laptop I use doesn't have a USB-A port, so this feature came in really handy. Pro number 4, the exterior design. Some of the competing products to this Dell P2721Q monitor had some interesting designs, and one of them was the 27UL A50 from LG. The LG 27UL A50 monitor had kind of like a U-shaped bottom stand, and personally I was not a huge fan of that design. I don't know. People have different tastes, so it's going to be different depending on people's likes and dislikes. But for me though, I like the shape of the bottom stand on the Dell P2721Q because it's flat and I can place things on top of it. This really depends on your taste though. Now, let's shift gears and talk about cons, which I think they are all related to the poor QA/QC or quality assurance and quality control from Dell. It might be the case that I happen to have a bad unit and other units from the factory might be just fine, or it also could be the case that a faulty internal design of this monitor could have caused some of the critical problems I experienced. Con number one, the screen flickering. This monitor has been experiencing some screen flickering since a few weeks after I first turned the monitor on. The screen flickering is a type of phenomenon where the screen would go bright to dim again, repeatedly by milliseconds. The screen would go beep, 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 beep. I would say the occurrence is maybe once in 7 days now. I might be watching something or doing some work on the monitor, and all of a sudden the screen would go, flick you, flick you, flick you. So, yeah. What I generally do to fix this problem is to turn the monitor off, unplug the power cable, replug the power cable, and turn the monitor back on again. This generally has been the fix, but sometimes when this doesn't work, I leave the monitor unplugged from the power source for about 10 minutes, and then it generally stops flickering. Apparently, I'm not the only one who's experiencing this issue though. I'm just thinking there's a problem with the power control module or some sort inside the monitor. Let me tell you why. Con number two, the monitor USB hub not working. Sometimes the monitor's USB hub just doesn't work as well. The monitor will just stop supplying power to the USB hub on the monitor, which disables the USB hub feature. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate that the USB hub on the monitor is not working, and this occurs maybe once in a week or once in 10 days. So no light is turned on the USB-A hub on this monitor. There was that, and the green light is not emitting on this USB-A hub. Now the Fitbit Inspire 2 that I have here, if it's charging, it should say that it's charging. Nope, it's not saying it's charging. If the Fitbit is charging, it should say something like this. Lastly, con number three. Sometimes the monitor will just not turn on at all. Yeah, I mean, on days when the monitor feels sluggish, I guess, it just won't turn on, even after pushing the power button at the back a few times. This is why I'm suspecting there's a problem with the power control module or some sort inside the monitor. Now, this isn't something that I disliked about the monitor, but something I found out later was that the USB Type-C cable that came with my laptop from Apple could not connect with the monitor when I was trying to set this monitor up for the first time. After doing some troubleshooting, I found out that the USB Type-C cable that came with my Apple laptop is not capable of transmitting video signal. So I had to use the USB Type-C cable that came with the Dell monitor, which worked beautifully. So there you have it. Although the Dell P2721Q is a decent 27-inch 4K resolution monitor, it appears that this monitor has some critical QA/QC issues, or maybe even a faulty power control unit. I think that for the cost of this monitor, which was about $510 online, Dell could have done something better. The purchase wasn't a failure, I would say, but it was kind of a mistake, I think, and I no longer feel confidence in Dell monitors. It's unfortunate because a Dell laptop I have, which I bought in 2017, still works relatively fine. If you found this YouTube video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel, pushing the like button, or saying hi through the comment section below. Thank you for watching.